Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Paul Drew Spins Round in a Chair. Tonight, it's a very special one. It's number 127 of the Studio Rats Q&A Live. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
And you are all very welcome. It's great to have so many of you in the Jesus already. I'm going to post the link. So if anybody wants to join us and say hi and stuff like that, you can do. Yeah.
Super exciting today, isn't it?
It's been a good day. It's been a very emotional day, I'll be totally honest.
So, well, in a minute you're going to show everyone around, but James is in his new studio. This is the first day, well, you're not in yet, are you? You're it's the first day you've been able to sit in there with, and your desk is in there. Your
desk is in, the desk is here, it is in. We've moved the desk today. That was quite epic. But yeah, the load in has started. So
that's the exciting bit. That to me is like now we're going to get exciting videos and stuff. This is
yes.
You're not going to be talking to me about like how many nails you've used and all that sort of crap. We're talking about interesting stuff.
It's been a very cool day. The last of the kind of the heavy lifting work, as in the building work, has happened today. The guys are coming back for a few bits and pieces tomorrow. We're hoping to get some speakers up tomorrow, to get the acoustic treatment up on the walls, but I'll get onto that shortly.
Awesome stuff. So you're going to give us, courtesy of advice from Keith, you're going to give us a little tour using your phone, aren't you?
Yes, it's a bit of a hack. The advice from Keith to use the little app doesn't work within StreamYard, unfortunately. But I did work out that I can just effectively log in as somebody else as on my phone.
Awesome. Oh, look, it looks like Lee's got a bit of show and tell, so Lee will have to come on in a minute. And
yeah, we'll get on to Lee.
We always love a bit of Lee's Chinese stuff.
Chinese. I wasn't going to say something derogatory then.
Yeah, I know what you were going to say. But it's not though, is it? It's not. It isn't that word. It's
not these days.
So yes. So yeah, I'm going to ask you, what have you been up to?
It will become very evident shortly, I think. But came around to see you on Monday.
Yes, you did.
Shot some videos, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Some new stuff to talk about next week, which will be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, other than that, it's been Operation try and clean up, get ready, finish bits up as much as I can to try and get moved in here as smoothly as possible without causing any more damage. There's going to be little bits to touch up and like get a paintbrush out to finish up and things like that, scratches and things. But we're getting on.
Nice.
I think is the phrase.
Nice.
Should we dive in?
Well, you haven't asked me about what I've done yet, but
what have you been up to, Mr. Drew?
So what have I done? I've done so the wife had COVID.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, yes.
The wife had COVID. Now the son's got COVID. The little one's got COVID.
Oh no!
So yeah, it's all a bit crap. I'm still clear, which is all good. But new video I shot yesterday. I shot a video yesterday. So my strap, my 50 strap.
Yes.
I ordered some new pickups for it.
Yeah.
But quite excitingly, and I think I told you last week, I ordered I haven't got the box here, a twang banger, so which is the Telecaster pickup for the bridge.
Yeah.
And I've got two Lollas 64s.
Yeah.
For the rest of it. And ordered a harness from Monty's Guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just, how much do you think a wiring harness costs? And I'll tell you my story of the wiring harness in a minute.
I think a wiring harness is a lot more than you think it's going to be. I reckon it was about 300 quid.
No, thank God it's not. Well, if you think about the things that are in a wiring harness, you've got pickup
Pot,
selector.
a switch, jack.
Yeah,
That's
and
about it.
a couple of capacitors or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
some of those things. Over 100, I think it was over 100 quid.
Right.
Which, you know, if you think about and I'm not moaning. Monty's, you know, Monty's pickups absolutely fantastic. They do, you know, it's all top quality products, and I ordered that. It came, and as I was taking all the bits off, I noticed that 3 of the wires hadn't been attached.
Right.
So I was like, I mean, I'm not a good solder. I'm not like you. I'm not a good solderer at all. Solderer.
Solderer.
Yeah, solderer. So it got to the stage where I started putting the stuff out, and I just went, do you know what? I was a bit peed off, to be honest, because it made it really hard. And I thought, I'm not going to even touch this now, because these 3 wires were the wires that were supposed to be attached to the pickup selector.
Right. Okay. Fairly important then in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and nothing that someone that knows what they're doing couldn't do. So anyway, I sent a message to Monty saying, look, what's going on? This is, and you know, they apologized and said, can you send it back? And I said, what? You know, I need it, and I need it. I'm going to go and see if I can find someone. So I asked Simon Piggott.
Yeah.
He couldn't fit me until today.
Right.
Which would have been fine, but I'd have to go down to Eastbourne. I just thought, oh, do you know what? I'll just try Alex at Guitar. And Alex fit me in.
Yeah.
Like there and then. Cost 20 quid to wire it up, which is fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, that is 20 quid well spent.
Yes.
Because it would have taken me, even though it took me an hour to drive, 40 minutes to drive over there.
Yeah.
40 minutes there and 40 minutes back. He did a good job, and it would have taken me way longer than that. So we did that. And then I got, and I didn't hear back from Monty's. And I think they're sending me another set, another wiring harness. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet.
Okay.
But anyway, thank you to Monty's for coming. Well, I hope that's what's happening, because I got an email through saying that there was a delivery happening from Monty's. So
right.
Yes, so that's that. But really good, actually, really good guitar. But the video's coming out tomorrow.
Cool. Very exciting.
So it sounds completely different. It sounds like the bridge pickup it's not, I mean, it's not going to sound like my Telecaster, because the Telecaster's got a specific pickup in it, whatever, but it sounds way more like a Telecaster than it does a Strat now. It's really interesting. Yeah.
But you built a new scratch plate, didn't you? You didn't just butcher the old one.
No. So what happened was when I bought the guitar, the guy that was selling it had a scratch plate and all of the pickup covers and the switch covers and the knob covers and the trem, you know, the trem little plastic bit that goes on the trem, that all matches.
Oh, right, cool.
I'll show you. So it's, unfortunately, it's a ply. It's a 3-ply.
Right.
When, you know, for a 50s, it should be a 1-ply.
So that's the new version. That's the done one, is it?
Yeah, all done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's got all the pickups in it. And what's my other? There's something else I was going to say. Yes, yeah. So when I bought the guitar, it came with the extra, because he was obviously thinking of doing it as well.
Nice.
So it came with all the parts. So I've still got my old pickup scratch plate,
complete set, ready to go.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I know it might not be official or original. Like, I actually prefer a applied scratch plate than a plain one.
Yeah, and I do on a 60s style. But I think on a 50s one, if you look at like an Eric Johnson, look at Eric Johnson's guitar, I'm pretty sure that's 1-ply. That's just
Yeah, but I couldn't give a monkeys the era of it. I think a multiple plied scratch plate looks cool.
Yeah, no. I think it doesn't look like a 50s Strat anymore, though.
Oh, okay.
It looks, because it looks more like, I don't know. I mean, I like it. And hey, the worst comes to worst, I can just go and get another, you know, white scratch plate if I really want that, or a mint one. But it's yeah. Anyway, It's just aesthetics, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. The other thing, yeah, so you came round and we did a video on your pink Ibanez, which we shot the video. I've edited the video.
Yeah.
So that'll be that. I think that might come out on Friday. So
Yeah.
so what I'm thinking as a title,
Go on then.
something like, because it's a pink guitar, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a semi-acoustic,
Yeah.
something like James shows us his big pink semi, something like that. I think that's quite. I think it's quite clickbaity. And
I'm not sure you want that sort of clickbait.
yeah, but I'm thinking it's going to get some views, and
Or abuse, more like.
yeah,
That's not what we signed up for.
yeah, there might be some complaints that you're not actually showing your big pink semi. Anyway, right, where are we? Shall we get onto it?
Just do it, shall we?
Yes.
Right. What are we doing?
we're doing comments, aren't we?
All right. Okay, we'll do that first. All right. Yeah.
What did you want to do?
I thought we were going to do the tour first.
Oh, you want to do the tour? Okay, no. Let's do some comments.
Right. Let's get some comments.
Let's do
Here
some
we go.
comments. By the way, Lee, if you want to come on, Lee, and show us your show and tell, do it. Actually, Lee, come on after James has done his studio thing.
Yeah.
And then show us your, if you've got time, mate. If you've got time, come on. That'd be great. Daniel, with his Greg Cox signature, says, "Good evening, rats, and congrats on the new studio, James. Any suggestions for naming it?"
It already has a name.
What is it?
Dave.
I like Dave. I've got a friend whose cat's called Dave.
It's called Dave. Daddy's Audio Video Emporium.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like that a lot.
Yeah. It was named by my daughter Lucy, that Dave is in our house. Dave is a funny name because when they were little, they always used to sing. You were aware of the popular British nursery rhyme, Bar Bar Black Sheep?
Yes.
Have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for Dave.
I can imagine that's funny for a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So the studio is called Dave.
Nice.
Because you can't call it the shed anymore because it's not really a shed.
Yeah, no. Excellent. I like Dave.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Next one.
yes, we have a name.
Nice. Jeff Cook says, "Good morning from sunny Brisbane." Ooh, so jealous. It is absolutely it's black and bucketing down out here.
It's not very nice out here either.
Horrible. Heather was disappointed last Friday when the package that arrived just before the wedding was a GX100 rather than flowers, but the ceremony went ahead anyway. just stuck that on the table, mate. Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed.
Yeah, hope it went. You had a lovely day. And why weren't we invited?
Because it was in Brisbane.
I know. Not a that's not an excuse as far as I'm concerned. K Michael P says, howdy K Michael P. Hello from David. Hi David. Chris Williams. He says, evening chaps, evening Chris. Mr. Moxie's in the house and he says, boys and their new toys.
Right.
Farid H says, evening everyone, evening Farid. And Lee says, evening all, I have some show and tell. We're looking forward to Lee's show and tell. Walt Scott. Oh, let's have a look at that. I like that picture. That's cool. Cool in the studio, isn't it? He says, hi, sorry for being late, but wondering if you have any patches using wet, dry, wet with Boss GTK. I don't actually. Wet, dry, wet. To be honest, all of the patches that I've done are more or less wet, dry, wet. So all of the patches that I've done, I did like a load of free patches that are on the Studio Rats website, and they're all basically wet, dry, wet anyway, because of the way that if you use it with as it's really intended to go into a desk or into studio monitors, they're set up wet, dry, wet, because the stereo effects are full left and right,
wide, and the guitar in the middle.
Yes. I mean, it's technically it's not really wet, dry, wet, but it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It also depends on the panning law that you're using on your DAW and speakers or whatever. But that's a whole other story for another boring time.
Done it again, hasn't he? Nedamido said, "Good evening. I got fret buzz on all frets on low E, even though a Pro Tech did work on it in August. Kills the joy of that guitar. Take it back or try another tech. Nope. All you got to do, Nedamido. I can almost guarantee this time of year. I don't know where you're based. I think you're in Sweden, Switzerland.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Is it a maple neck guitar? Is it like a solid maple neck, something like my Strat or a Telly? I can guarantee that this time of year your neck's moved a little bit, and you just need to get the truss rod and just give it a little bit more relief.
Yeah.
Because there's no way if the Pro Tech did work on it in August and it was fine, there's no way that guitar needs another setup unless it was still buzzing then. It just needs a bit of relief. So basically what's happened, your neck is doing that at the moment. Sorry, your neck is how can I explain?
Neck is doing that. It's a bit too flat. It needs more of that.
No, yeah. So imagine your neck is like that. Your neck is doing that at the moment. Okay. Yeah. So the truss rod is too tight. You just got to loosen it off to give it a little bit of relief, and your neck should have a tiny little curve in it like that.
Yes.
That will stop your frets buzzing if it was set up properly in the first place.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Or you could hold on. He does say take it back or try another tech. Take it back. Oh, I see. So you want to take it back? No, I wouldn't even. Honestly, it's such an easy job. We just got to. But when you do adjust the truss rod, literally, it's an eighth of a turn. It'll be nothing. If Simon's on tonight, I'm sure Simon will chip in on that.
Yes.
Jonathan McCulloch says, "Hi everyone. Question: do you ever change the height of pickups and action to attain the tone you're chasing, string gauge, etc.?" Again, talking about Simon, I have changed. I normally sort of drop the height of the pickups, especially on something like a Les Paul, because I always find that a Les Paul's pickups are quite woolly, and I've always dropped the pickups. But Simon Pigott, who we went to go and see down in Bonner's Music, he took it to the next level where he made like a pickup sound really, really good by adjusting it and getting the tone.
The only thing I would do occasionally is I'll change string type. I'll go from round wounds to flat wounds for a jazz sound, something like that. That's about as far as I'll go. I play tens. I just do.
Yeah. I don't change string gauge. I'm thinking about it more and more though. Just because there's some guitar players that play really light gauge strings, and I always think they've got a great tone.
But they could play on a dustbin lid, and they would still have a great tone.
Yeah, but I think there's something about. I think we were always told that the thicker the strings, the better the tone, and I'm not sure that's the case. I need to do a test on it. I've got a bunch of
thicker the strings, the more stable the tuning is generally a rule.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yes, I'll give you that.
Gigging eights would just.
Yeah, but yeah. But look at Billy Gibbons, sevens.
Yeah.
What tone? Great tone.
Had a guitar tech standing next to him.
Well, yeah, that's pretty fair. You're right. I think tens are the ideal.
Yeah. I think 10, nines or tens. I don't think eights or sevens would be advisable for me.
Okay. Michael's in the house here. Hello, gents. Hello, Michael.
Yeah, evening, buddy.
SJ Kiss 67. Good day from Brisbane, Australia. We're getting all the Brisbane.
Yours are out in force.
Rick says, "Good evening, chaps from Royal Wootton Bassett." Evening, nice. Rick.
We're down that way in a couple of 3 weeks, aren't we?
Where is that?
It's down near that gig we're doing. I can't remember where it is. But it's that way.
You haven't sent me the set list for Danny Litchfield.
It's about 3 weeks out.
Oh my god! I know I'm panicking already because it's a sort of it's like a rock and roll set. I need to learn the songs. It says, "Hi guys, hope you're well. Thinking about getting an air step pedal. Can I purchase one that will work with my Katana 100 2x12 Mark 1 and my Waza Air? Or would I need 2 separate air steps?" Oh, that's a really good question, David. Has your Katana 100 Mark 1 got MIDI on it? If it hasn't got MIDI on it, you can't use it. I'm just trying to think if there's another way around it.
They don't. The only one that has MIDI is the head.
That's the only one that has MIDI.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but I didn't know if the Mark 1.
No, only the head.
Then how's he going to use an air step?
Don't know.
I'd have to do a little bit of digging. I've got a few air steps here if you want to borrow any, David. So
and a few katanas.
yeah, I've got a few. Yeah. But I know it's videos, isn't it? And Boss send me, Boss. Thank you very much, Boss, for sending katanas, and they do take up space. I've got a katana. I've just been sent a what's the other one? Next Tone as well.
Nice.
So I've got that in the house. I need to get some content done on. Alec Bourne says, "Evening, Alec," and he says, "Evening, chaps." Gary Waddle, what's that? What's that guitar then?
That's the humbucking telly.
I've never seen a telly bridge like that with a humbucker hole in it. Interesting. Gary says, "Good evening, good day, evening, gents." Evening, Gary. Steve, I like that guitar. That's nice. That he says, "Evening, gents. Thinking of putting together another single pickup Strat mod, maybe a humbucker. But then I thought about the Gretsch Filtron. Oh, I do the Filtron, mate.
I played that guitar for the first time on Monday. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And I sort of the Filtrons are right in between like a Telecaster and a humbucker. So I mean a Telecaster and a PAF, I would say. So I think it's a good choice.
Sweet.
DB Lewis says, "Evening, Ratzel. Question: do you have any experience with Fender Tone Master amps? I have the new Princeton Reverb turning up tomorrow." No, we don't actually. Someone else asked that a few weeks ago. No, I mean, I think the Princeton's going to be great. I think you'll have a lovely time with that.
Yes.
Go on. Sorry.
There's some Fender amps in the next round of auctions, and I'm like,
"Oh, are there?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tempting. Stephen, good day from Brisbane. Everyone's in Brisbane. Evening, Stephen. DB Lewis, you've got to solder that input jack and ground. You've got to solder that input jack and ground.
Definitely got to solder the input jack and the ground. Definitely.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the whole pickup thing coming off. So that's all you've got to do.
Yeah.
Cheers from Argentina, says JP. Cheers, JP. Steve. Evening, gents. Yeah, we've done that one.
Yeah, we've done that one.
Mendel says, "Evening. Looking forward to hearing tomorrow's video." Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah. It's I was pleasantly surprised. I think it cost a lot though. That's the only thing. Like to change the pickups in that guitar cost. So the Lollas were 100 quid each.
Right.
The Seymour Duncan was 70 quid.
Right.
270. The wiring loom was about 100. 370. 20 quid to wire it. It's nearly 400 quid.
Yeah, but you're spending 400 quid on a guitar that's worth $4,000, say.
Three second hand. Yeah.
Not that's worth 400 quid.
No, absolutely.
While and as we said the other day, while I am not going to stop someone from improving their guitar, if you look at guitars as a bit of a financial investment, which I know you do, it doesn't make sense to spend £400 on a £300 guitar.
No. No.
I would be. I mean, having been as impressed as I have been with those. What are the pickups I put in my 335? Iron Gear.
Yeah.
Those Iron Gear pickups were great. I'd love to try some more of those.
But so were the we'll give them a shout out as well. So was those the noiseless ones. Who makes them?
Kinman.
Kinman, yes, the Kinman pickup. Yes,
Great pickups. And we've got another set of those to put. We're going to basically. I've got another set to try in my Les Paul. Now I've got some space to do it.
Yeah.
And to film properly, I'm going to set up a little workshop type thing and do that because I've got more space to do it. Great.
Yeah, and I think them in your Les Paul will be really interesting. If I had a cheaper guitar with two humbuckers, and I'm not saying that the pickups deserve a cheap guitar, they don't deserve a cheap guitar, but I don't need to change the humbuckers in my Sir or in my Gibson.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'd do it. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
I got sold, but I'm not sold is very good.
Yes, very good.
Bad Cat release tomorrow. Oh, what that is. Oh, that's interesting. Do you know what their little what was their little amp that they brought out or was supposed to bring out, but no one ever saw it, or only a few people saw it. There was a little desktop amp that they made.
Oh, I don't know.
It was made. They made it a few years ago, and then it just never went out.
All right.
And it was really exciting because it was a Class D power amp.
Mm-hmm.
But it was stereo. It was brilliant. It was really great, and everything about it was like that's the perfect studio recording tool. And it never came out. So I'm hoping that he's perfected that.
That'd be nice.
Michael Mercado says, greetings from California. Hey, Paul, any chance you do a video showing how to use the new global EQ settings in V2 of the Katana Tone Studio? Did I not do that in the video? I will do that. I will do that. Yes. If I didn't do it in the last V2 Katana video, because I did the release video. So it might be worth just checking that video first, and I'll do it as well. But at some point, yes, I'll get that done. Matt's in the house. He says, distant sun. He said, evening, fellas. Hope everyone's having a great week far. And to you, Matt. Love it. Tone Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to fluff it before you put it out there. Yeah, I think we're talking about the big pink.
The big pink semi.
James's big pink semi.
Very worrying.
Keeping or selling the JCM 2000?
Keeping.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice, that.
It's a great amp.
Really good amp.
And especially now it's had the valves changed and had a service.
It's massive as well. I forgot how big the big body Marshalls are. Like compare it to my Matchless there. It's wider than that cab that the Matchless is sitting on. That's a big 2x12 cab. It's massive.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does sound really good. I was really impressed with that. Jonathan said, Walt Scott, check out Christian Larson's channel for some of the Ultimate 80s PCM 70, H3000, etc. tones. Killer. Nice. Dave is a great name for the studio. Congrats.
Thank you.
John Partridge, I've got my Matchless Chieftain head. Nice. And can, after waiting a year and a half, wish I got the Lightning Reverb after watching your video. That's a shame because I'd have swapped my Lightning for your Chieftain head.
Really?
Yeah, Chieftain's great.
I do like your Lightning though.
Well, liked it. I got rid of it.
No, your Lightning is behind you.
No, I haven't got the Lightning anymore.
Oh, what was
about the Lightning or
the white one?
Oh, that's an Independence.
Oh, of course it is. I like that amp.
Yeah, no, it's a really good amp. Yeah, no, the Chief. To be honest, the little Lightning Reverb is a really good amp, but you got to think of it like an AC15. Your Matchless Chieftain is a different beast. The Chieftain's got way more sort of Marshally flavors about it, and yeah, it's way more Marshall than a AC15.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, Chieftain's great. Gary says, James, you look very 4K-ish in that new studio. Looks superb. Congrats. It does look better. Is that the lighting?
It's lighting. Lots of lighting.
Yeah, it looks much better.
We like that. Thank you.
John says, have you guys tried a Music Man Luke?
Yes, lots of times, and it's still the one that got away from me. I really want one. I think the thing with the Luke is when someone says, "Oh, have you got a telly?" or "Have you got a Strat?" "Have you got a Les Paul?" You know what they're after. You don't have a Music Man to have a Music Man sound, because I don't think there is a Music Man sound. I think a Music Man is trying to be a great all-round studio guitar.
Yeah.
To make lots of sounds.
Yeah.
So as much as I want one, because they're fabulous guitars and play really nicely, it would be a guitar that I got for me rather than one that I got for the studio.
Yeah.
And that's not to say I won't get one at some point, because I think they're brilliant. But at the moment, as I'm sure you can appreciate, capital is owed elsewhere.
Yeah. I really like the idea of the Luke. I just thought the neck is a little bit small. And I said this again on this on the show before, but it's a bit narrow for me. The neck's just a little bit narrow. But I think they're brilliant. And the thing, like, James has got a little 7-year-old boy hand, so it's fine for someone like that. But someone with big manly hands like myself.
The thing is, just bizarrely, the Luke feels a lot like my Eagle.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
And it's so easy to play and so lovely to play. And it's like, why would I get a Music Man when I've got the Eagle? Because that's filling that same sort of space.
Yeah, the Music Man's different. Depends on what Luke you're talking about. But the Music Man's either got, if it's an early Luke, it's got EMGs. And if it's a later Luke, it's got the boost circuit on it, which is really.
Oh, and they've got, there's no two ways about it. It's a brilliant guitar, and it is on my list.
Yeah, really
I saw one at one of the guitar shows and went, "Oh, if only I had."
Yeah, I think they look great, and there's no denying that Steve Lukather, doesn't make it sound absolutely amazing.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Definitely my favourite guitar player of all time, I think. Zach Lee says, raise a 6-string bridge saddle for your first C-string buzz. But don't do that just yet because if it was set up by a tech, you shouldn't need to do that. It's the weather, what's happened, depending where you are, the next shift just needs a bit of relief, and everything will go back to normal and be great. Matt says, congratulations, James. Studio looks amazing.
You'll see it very shortly.
Alex says, question, I've seen a number of DS1 Wazacraft vids recently released today. Did you Rat Boys do one recently, and have you compared it or used it in series with the Katana or Waza Air version? I did the release video for it. I can tell you when it was. I did it for the release day for Boss. And it was, I can tell thee. So it's been out a while. I must be going back too far. There it is. A month ago. It's been out a month.
But Boss are actually very smart with how they want people they are supporting to release their videos. They don't want it all out in the first week, because that's pointless. All that happens is you, the viewer of said content, get to choose from 19 different versions of the same thing, all happening on the same time.
Exactly.
Whereas if they ask people to spread it out a bit more, it's the marketing cycle is much better. Let's put it like that, to get technical terms on it. But there is a chance that stuff will be coming out late from us after releases. Not normally with Boss, because they like us and we like them. But they're smart about it. That's a normal thing. or it's certainly a company that thinks about how they work with their partners. That's what
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah. Boss are really good because, as exactly as James said, they don't want all of their content to come out at once. They spread it out. It's a much better way of doing things. But have we used it in series with the Katana or Waza Air version? Oh, I see. As in compared it to the Katana, the Katana version, the DS1. The Waza. Oh, okay. I completely understand now. No, I haven't compared them. I will do that. I've got to do a Katana video. I've got to create some more patches for Boss. I'm going to do that next week. So I'll do a little comparison. Maybe I'll get it out then and let you know next week.
Very cool.
Ned says, I'm in Sweden. Yes, it's a solid maple neck. Roasted. There we go. Was buzzing slightly after the tech job, but it was okay. Neck has some relief already, and string height is almost 3 mil. Buzz through amp. Okay. So it was buzzing slightly after the tech. Okay. So solid maple necks. I mean, this time of year, I've adjusted that Strat God knows how many times. Because it's I guess it's a maple neck, and because it hasn't got a slab of, you know, a different wood on the top that's also giving it some support. It's just one piece of wood that just you know reacts to the moisture and the temperature. So has it already got some relief? If it's already got some relief, I'm a bit perplexed why.
And 3 mils, quite high for string height.
Okay, that does sound like if it's buzzing, I'd take it. Yeah, I don't know. I think, look, if you take it back to the tech that's already had a go on it, is he going to charge you again because it's been some time? If you weren't happy with the job that he did, then take it somewhere else. If he's going to charge you, if he's going to do it for free because you weren't happy in the first place, then go back to him first. And then if he still doesn't do the job you want, take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But there's no reason. There's no reason. Yeah. Try 7 gauge strings too. It's our Billy Gibbons thing.
Yeah.
The thicker the strings, the duller the tone. Rick Beato and Rhett Shull did an experiment a couple of years ago. The results were interesting. There we go. There we go. For air steps, get the multi one. It'll do both.
Okie doke.
Paul McKinnon Fitness and Nutrition says, hello, James, Ivy, and Mr. Drew. Met me a guitar teacher last week who has handed me a Gibson L7. Wow. And asked me to play Smokestack Lightning. Loving my new passion. Got an L7. Wow. I've never played an L7.
They're quite chunky. They're quite big, aren't they?
Big and extremely expensive. L7.
Yeah.
I'll show you what Gibson L7 looks like. Gibson L7. I don't know. Do they still make them? So if we can read them. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, they're not as much as I thought they were. They're $6,000. Should I share the screen?
Yeah.
Present. Share screen. That one. Share. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Damn. That's a cool guitar.
Oh, Smokestack Lightning.
What is that song? I don't know the song. What's the song?
Let's smash that lightning. It's that. It was one of the adverts. It's an old blues song. Oh, Smokestack Lightning.
Oh, okay.
Howlin' Wolf, I want to say.
Okay. Wow, that's a guitar, isn't it? Look at that.
Beautiful.
What does that thing do?
Holds the pickup on.
Is that the pickup? No. Is that what it is? Is that what it's doing? It's holding the pickup on.
Yeah.
I guess it is. Yeah.
Because I don't want to put holes in that body.
Wow. No, gosh, you don't, do you? I mean, that's a lovely guitar, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Nice. It'd be a guitar that I would never ever play, but would like to own. Alec Bourne says, It has both USB and 5-pin and Bluetooth, so should be good. If not, use a WIDI U-host. The only thing is, I can't see how it's going to control it if it hasn't got, because the Katana Mark 1 hasn't got Bluetooth, hasn't got MIDI, and hasn't got two-way USB. It has got two-way USB. Oh, maybe it could. I'd have to have a look.
I don't have the experience. I can't. Oh, at this point, at this very juncture.
Mr. McQuillan, thank you very much. We're going to have a coffee on David. Thank you, David. That's really
at this point. I would normally grab some of David's amazing plectrums and thrust them at the screen, but they're not here yet.
I would. I'll give an excuse why I'm not, because this is my plectrum skull, fill up with plectrums. But David's plectrums always sink to the bottom because they're heavy. So if I start trying to pull out David's plectrums, everything's going to go wrong, and there's thousands of plectrums in there.
Yes.
Anyway, where were we? But yeah, thank you, David. It's really kind of you. Paul McKinnon, Fitness and Nutrition says, question, is the Epiphone Les Paul as close to the standard Gibson counterpart as the Epiphone 335 is to Gibson?
Honestly, I don't believe so. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I've played a lot of those Epi Les Pauls because a lot of students turn up to rock schools with them.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're as good as the 335, the Sheraton stroke 335 equivalent.
No, I've got to agree. I think you can get good ones. You can get good ones, and I've played a couple of good ones, and I've played a load of bad ones.
Yes.
I mean, you could get lucky. And I haven't played many of the modern ones, and only some of the older ones.
So one student did turn up with one, and it was a like sort of blue jeans kind of finish, it's stunning.
Oh, great.
But he did say, I've just had it set up, and the fact that he knew what a setup was impressed me. And we've put new strings on, etc., 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 and it just played so well. Nice. He was also quite good, so he knew it was on about. But you know, I've had those turn up and be almost unplayable, which is not so good.
No.
But yeah, you could be lucky. Head to somewhere like I don't know where you are, Paul. Somewhere like Bonners, where they're going to have set them up.
Yeah. Where
they'll have maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Try the best one. Buy the best one.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, as we found out, you know, any guitar can be set up and
you
played.
Can turn the metaphorical sow's ear into a silk purse.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I think someone is that Ned.
Oh, it is. There we go. Boom.
Cheers, Ned. Thanks, mate. Very kind of you.
Thank you very much.
Nice of you.
It all goes to sick animals. They don't know they're sick when I'm betting on them.
Yeah, very good. Gary says, I tried myself last week. Don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know where that's going.
Yeah, let us know. Sorry, Gary. It's by the time we get down to those questions, it's yes, it's probably, you know, a couple of questions back or whatever. Alex says, better yet for the air step question for Katana and the Waza Air, order the multi-combo one with the big boy and the light together. This is far the best thing to take advantage of both 10 switches. Or what you can do now is to I think that'll work on the new Katana, is to use the new GAFC EX.
Yeah.
Which is probably what I would do. Scrunge says, is the Next Tone special you've been sent a lot of hype on build up to release? Okay. Is it the Next Tone special you've been sent? No, it's the artist, I think. I haven't opened the box, to be honest. It's been sat in my house for about a week. A lot of hype on the build up to release, but I haven't seen very few reviews. I have done a review of one before. They're really good. They're really good. I think people were expecting a lot of difference because it's got like a switch on it where you can change from 6v6, 6L6, EL84s, EL34s. And I think people were expecting it to make a massive difference when that switch moves. And it doesn't, because valves don't. Output valves don't make a massive difference.
It's the circuit that makes the difference.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those things. I think when companies, and this is not just a boss thing per se, I think we as the consumer expect more because we see, oh, it's a difference. We expect to hear it. And you don't always.
Yeah.
Because as we've said, just changing one component doesn't always make that much difference. Certainly with the difference between a Fender amp and a Marshall amp and a Vox amp, switch between those three, you're going to hear a difference because there's a lot more than just one relatively small, relatively ineffective difference-wise thing. A valve is still a valve. It still does what a valve does. It just does it in a slightly different way. And when it comes to guitar tone, that slightness really is very slight.
Yep. Agreed. Duncan Mitchell, evening studio rats. Evening, Duncan. Hey, do you want to do your studio tour? Should we do the studio tour now, and then we'll come on.
Let me see if I can make this work. Let me see if I can make this happen. So what I'm going to have to do is mute myself on here.
Yeah. And
then you'll hear me through here. So I'm going to mute and then turn the volume down and go on to here. 1 second.
And after that, we go get Leon with his new stuff. There it comes.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
God, there's two of him.
That's very confusing, isn't it? No, I don't want that one. I want that one. How do you make that one the big one?
Oh, do it. Jesus.
You do it. There we go.
That one?
I don't know.
That one? No, not that one. Let's do that one. Just go with that. Just be happy.
Right, let me do that.
Or why don't you just cancel your other camera, like your main camera?
If I do that for now.
That's better. And then I can make you big, I think. No, other way around. How do we do that? No, there's me. There's me.
Right.
Oh, hey, that'll do. Oh, do you know what? That'll do.
Right, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, yeah.
Okay, so let's go for a quick wander. Let me just cam. No, not that one. This one. Settings, camera, and then we go that one. Okay, let's do that so I can see where we go.
Oh, there's me.
There's you. Right, so let's go over to the front door because that's where things start generally. I want to get that thing.
Oh God!
I know it's not.
No, do it the other way around. No, do it landscape.
No, I'm going to. Give me a second.
There we go.
There we go. Right. So we start over here in the corner.
Yeah.
And this is the double door airlock thing. So we've got one nice big fat triple glazed door and another one. And then out there, the outside world.
Look at that.
Not very nice out there. So 3 panes of glass there, 3 panes of glass there, and it's lovely and warm. If I turn around, you can see
there it is.
How lovely and big it is.
It's great, isn't it?
So obviously there's a lot of work still going on with regard to finishing some bits and pieces off. But we've got all the acoustic treatment behind here waiting to go.
Oh, nice.
12 lovely panels from GIK Acoustics.
Nice.
So,
oh, look at that. Look at
The
look
door
at
that I'm particularly proud of, the door handle, and then behind here is, well, this bit really is the work in progress. This is the cupboard.
I hope that's not the shitter.
But no, not yet. So that it will be eventually. But this will be the garden cupboard, and there'll be a kitchen here and stuff, and there'll be cupboards and stuff. But this was very much the secondary project because, quite frankly, I was running out of money.
Yeah, nice.
Let's put that back under there because it keeps the. I've had to run a separate internet connection for tonight because the built-in cables aren't ready yet.
Okay.
So, most important bit.
Oh yes.
The aircon and the heating.
There we
Starting
go.
at the top, I'm particularly proud of my lighting rig.
Look at that. That's great, isn't it? And you can move stuff around as well, I guess.
Yeah, I can move stuff around. The lights that are on at the minute, which are these little birdie
Parking things. Yeah.
they are actually on the switches.
Right.
So I don't have to go around to each of the heads or anything separately. They're on the switches, so that's quite handy. Then I've got my filming lights for shooting and stuff. There's also up here, you can see there's SDI connections for cameras.
Wow.
Up there as well, there is Ethernet up there, Cat6 cables running. There is DMX up there. There is microphone lines, sends and returns. So if I end up wanting to put a, what's it called? Dolby Atmos rig in, I can hang the speakers from the truss.
Nice.
Which is cool. But Matt, my Sparky, did a really nice job up there. Everything looks really tidy and lovely. And yeah, it's really, really cool.
Nice. Yeah, it looks great.
And it's nice not to have any stands or have any cables dangling or, it's all really tidy and neat and lovely.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Okay, so the desk is obviously, that's the only bit that's actually in thus far. We had the joy of moving that down from the house today. Got Simon in from Audio Related to come and take the desk apart and then put it back together again.
That's great. So while he's there, while he takes it all apart, does he do any servicing or is it just literally just
take it apart, give it a good clean, make sure everything's working as it should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And then so the power supply and the Trinov are there, ready to start the next bit.
Great.
The bit one of the bits I'm most proud of.
Yeah.
I know it sounds ridiculous, and you won't see very much at this time of night. Is the window. There's still the architrave to go on, so it will obviously all be nice and finished and stuff. But we made a 6-ply, effectively 6-layer, 2-pane studio window. Because to buy one was about 17,000 quid.
Oh, gee.
So I made one out of 2 conventional pieces of glass, and we got, and you can see that the glass is angled slightly.
Yeah.
So you don't get any internal reflections, and it's all nice and tidy. And I'm just really pleased with how that's come out. It was headache, but it's come out really, really well. The other bit I'm really pleased with is the trunking on the floor.
Oh, look at that.
All the plugs and sockets and stuff are all buried behind there. We've still got to attach this stuff on, but it's all so nice and tidy and lovely. And all the cables for the desk will be buried down underneath that. It will all the cables from the desk will duck in through these brush plates.
Oh, nice.
And all the plugs and sockets. And there's a million plugs. I think we put 20 plugs in around the floor.
Nice.
Plenty of that stuff. And then drums will be over here somewhere, thereabouts. There's 4 filming lights and colours on over there. The upright piano will eventually be over there when I get it. To drums.
When you get a Rhodes instead, I'm going to sell mine.
If you sell yours, I'm having it.
Okay, I'm probably going to sell it because I need I'm going to need. I need the space. Well, I'm going to need the space if we move, and yes,
And yes,
you need a road.
guitars will be going on these walls here, which will be quite nice. Have them all up nice and high out of the way, so they're all within easy reach, but out of harm's way.
Nice.
Drums there. I'm not sure yet whether amps are going to go here or this side. I'm thinking amps next to the desk,
Right.
guitar amps and things. So they'll go there somewhere. Then on the other side of the desk, there'll be a rack here with some of the input stuff like mic pre's and stuff. Because obviously, if I want to plug a microphone pre, there's no point in going to one of the boxes on the wall. So I've got 8 channels there. I've got 16 channels down here for the drums.
Oh, hold on a sec. Where's the? I thought you were going to have a guitar cab in a separate room.
No.
Oh, you're not doing that.
No. I will be able to out there. There's tie lines running to there if I want to.
I think you should do that. I think you should get a. How soundproof is that?
At the moment, not very, but it will be.
I think just get a guitar cab out there, mate. Be great.
But I've got 16 lines there. I've got 8 on that wall.
Yeah.
I've got 8 over in the back corner over here on the wall.
Nice.
So then all down this side, you can see all the mega cables are already in. So all this side will be all the rack gear, racks and stuff. The Marshall's already made its way down for testing.
Nice.
The all-important producer sofa back here. There'll be some acoustic treatment on these walls and round and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much the last 6 months of my life in a building.
Nice. No, that's great.
Questions and answers and all that sort of stuff. If I know, I'll pass it on.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. Do you know what as well? And I was surprised when I was down there, was how much bigger it actually is than it actually looks now. Because it looks big on camera, but it's even bigger when you're there.
Some of the guys who've been helping me with supplying the electrical components, bits and pieces, have been popping around and going, the pictures don't do it justice.
Yeah, sure.
It's big. There's no two ways about it. It's a big thing. I'm going to go to my laptop so I can stop the ridiculousness that is, and I shall turn.
No, you must be well chuffed. It's great. And when he turns his microphone on, turn your mic on. I'll turn it on for him. God, he's not doing it, is he? I'll do it for him. Look at that. I have to do it for him. He can't do anything by himself. There we
Back
go.
now. Give me a chance. I was just trying to stop the thing. Yes. Oh, it's wrong. Swap us back.
No, that's great.
No, it's wrong. That's better.
There you go.
Where
did we get to?
There. Go.
Rock on Gibbo. He says, evening, chaps. Have you had a chance to check out the Fender Tone Master Amp yet? No, still haven't, I'm afraid, Rock on Gibbo. It sounds like, you're not the first person to ask today. And you're definitely not the first person to ask during the show. We should try and get hold of one. Do you know anyone at Fender?
I did. I might still. I don't know. It was worth noting that at this point we are joined by greatness, Mr. Lee Abraham.
Oh,
I wouldn't go that far.
you all right, mate? How's it going?
Yes, yeah, not bad. Pretty good. Better than last week. That's the main thing.
Good. Oh yeah. Did you sort out your little disagreement?
He actually apologised to me. So
Did he? Oh, good man.
yeah. So that was pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. I said a couple of weeks ago. I said that's it. I'm not buying anything.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes, Lee,
doing
but you're a man. We all know that lasts for about a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're right. It's Chinese. So I've got chicken chow mein and Peking duck.
Hey, awesome.
Is that considered racist?
What's that?
To make a generic comment or to make a generalized comment? I'm just being.
If it is tough.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just pointed out 2 Chinese dishes. Well, this thing's built in China, but it's not designed in China.
Oh, hold on. Oh no, I know what this is.
Go on then. What do you think it is?
It's a victory something.
No, it's not.
Oh,
No.
okay. No, let's have some more guesses. Come on, don't.
It's
You've got an H19 or whatever the new one is.
no.
19.
So I was skeptical about getting this because I don't particularly like this company's products generally. Because products I've had by them in the past have not been great. And in fact, I've had one of the line of these products and I thought it was absolutely terrible. But I've bought a different one in the line and I absolutely love it.
What have you got? What have you got?
I've got that.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So have I tried one of them? I tried is that the high gain one?
No, I had the high gain one and I thought it was rubbish. So this is the one called the dual drive.
Right. Look at that. It's got a little valve in it.
Yeah. You know, I remember what James said last time about you saw somewhere online somebody said they take one of these things apart and it didn't actually have any wires going to the valve.
I don't think it was that. I think it wasn't
one of those.
No, that was something else. But yes, it's happened. Yes,
it had an LED under the valve, but the valve pins weren't wired to anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, mate. So
this certainly gets warm. So
is it and does it sound? I mean, how are you using it?
Straight in. So this is basically what they're selling this as is valve distortion through an analog EQ stack, and you can either run it straight out of the output here, so you could run it into your door or an amp just as a pedal.
Yeah.
Well, they've got the digital end. So once you've gone through the valve distortion, you've gone through the tone stack, you then go to this thing called Cab Rig, which is this Blackstar new sort of, well, they're not calling it IRs, but they're calling it a bit more than IRs. But anyway, so you've got a separate Cab Rig output here on the side. And on the back as well, you've got an XLR out over there. And that's Cab Rig as well. You've got the USB. You've got an effects loop as well. Which one am I going that way? Effects loop as well.
Nice.
So I'm using it direct. So when I immediately got it home, I set up in the Cab Rig because you can't load your own IRs. That's the first thing.
Okay.
You can't load your own IRs into the software or the actual pedal itself. But basically, you get this little switch here, which has got 3 positions to it.
Oh yeah.
And so within the Cab Rig software, with the Architect software as they're calling it now, you can set up basically 3 different cabs. And then set the 3 different cabs to the 3 different positions on that switch, and then you can just take this anywhere with 3 different Architect cabs on it.
So, are the cabs IRs or are they?
Well, what they're saying they're saying it's they're saying it's beyond IR. So what they're saying is, it's just a marketing thing, isn't it? But they sound like IRs to me. But what they've done is they've given you a big choice of different types, ranging from the usual sort of 1x12s through to 4x12s. They give you a resonance and a presence control. They give you a power amp distortion control. And they also give you a selection of microphones to use as well. And then you take within that parameter, you tailor your sound, and then you can load it into the pedal. So I've done 3. Obviously, to take up all 3 dip switch positions, and I basically used the same cab because it was the favourite cab. It's like an oversized Marshall, I think they called it, oversized UK vintage or something. And I've just changed the microphone types for the dip switch. So basically, I've got an SM57, I've got a condenser in the middle, and I've got a ribbon on, the other side.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it sounds awesome. This thing sounds brilliant. You got 2 channels on it, 2 switchable channels, but each of these channels has got 2 modes. So you've got clean and crunch on channel 1, clean or crunch on channel 1. And then on channel 2, you've got crunch or overdrive. And it's all the gain I think I'm ever going to need. I mean, I have got a tube screamer. I put a tube screamer in front of it, and I thought, no, I don't actually need that. There's enough juice on the overdrive channel.
That's great.
Nice.
It's one of those things where I've bought, as you guys know, I've tried a lot of stuff over the years, and I've tried a lot of different types, plugins and multi effects and analog pedals and all kinds of different stuff. This is the only thing where I keep coming back to it. I've had this for about a week now. I keep coming back to it day after day, going, it still sounds really good. It still sounds really good.
I know what you mean, and I know what you mean about how you instantly think it sounds great, and then you come back to it a couple of days later and you go, yeah. Have you used it live yet?
No, Saturday night. That'll be the test. So I've set up the trusty GT1.
Yeah.
I've set up a delay sound and a boost. So I put a boost on the volume pedal, and just to hit the control button to bring a delay on. And I'll put this in the loop of that. Oh,
it's a great idea.
Yeah, great idea.
So I can go direct out of the XLR straight into the PA.
Yeah.
And happy day. I'll run my in-ear monitors from the cab rig on the side. And happy
So
days.
hold on. So it works, the cab rig on the side works at the same time as the XLR?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. You've got two out. That's great.
Yeah. And the output and the other output as well, I think. So you could send that to the PA, and you could send that to an amp on stage if you were the type of person that wanted to monitor with an amp on stage.
Great. Nice one.
Very cool.
I've checked the latency on it as well. There's nothing through there.
Yeah.
So it's all analog.
Yeah.
If you don't use the cab rig part.
Yeah.
And through there it was millisecond.
Great.
Hardly even worth worrying about. So incredible bit of kit. Really, really nice. And so I take it all back. You finally made something which sounds really good.
Yeah, it's funny because I tried out the St. James amp, which came out after that, and I wasn't impressed with it. But I remember when they came out, they had a boost pedal as well.
Yeah.
The little white, I think the little white one, the little half
one,
that. And I thought that sounded brilliant.
Do you know what? I'm really thinking about maybe getting that as well, because I know I don't like the black one, the distortion one. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
But seeing as how much I love this, I'm thinking, well, I could get the boost. I wonder what the boost would sound through this as well.
Yeah.
I know I said it didn't need a boost, but I also said I wasn't going to buy any more stuff.
No, do it. Do it. And they're not they're not that unreasonable, are they? Price wise.
No. This was when these first came out, they were 250 quid, but I got it for 220.
Great.
So they've come down a little bit. And I have to say, they've really, this ISF that you get on all Blackstar products.
Yeah.
In the Blackstar products that I've tried in the past, it's been a bit kind of gimmicky and a bit unusable.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they've done to the tone stack in this. They've really, really improved it. It just, whenever you turn any of the tone stack knobs on here, it just, adds or takes away exactly the right frequency that your ears are expecting. Right. They've absolutely nailed it with this pedal. They've absolutely nailed it.
Nice one. I'll have to get one for review.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Some of the tones in here, I would say, are completely up your street, Paul. Really, really. Especially channel 1. This channel 1 that's got the clean and the crunch side.
Yeah.
Those two sounds completely up your strasse.
There we go.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Can I just mention one other thing that might be a little bit controversial?
We like that.
Yeah, you might be covering this in the news. I don't know. Have you seen the new guitars that a certain shop owner from Guildford is involved?
It's in the news.
Have you seen the price of them?
No, I haven't yet. No. I'm quite excited because I pulled up the thing and I don't look at the price until we do the news. So don't tell us because.
Do you know what? I really cannot believe it.
Really?
They are I won't say the figure, but they are.
Don't say it. Don't say it because I'm completely out of the loop so far. Because my loop is.
Well, do you know, James? You must know of a YouTuber that has a deal with a certain guitar shop.
Greetings.
Yes.
Absolutely. So
Boom.
yes. So yeah, he's just brought out.
Stolen catchphrase, by the way.
Yeah. No. It's good.
Stolen catchphrase from Bread, the Carla Lane sitcom.
Really? Wow.
The Boswells, Joey Boswell used to walk on the set and go, "Greetings." Anyway,
it's a good catchphrase though. Yeah. So he's just brought out some UK premium made guitars. We'll talk about them in a minute.
It could be marvelous.
All I can think of is that he's banking. I mean, no doubt they'll sell. They've got 10 for sale at the moment. No doubt they'll sell. But I just think that he's obviously created some kind. It's almost like a cult, isn't it? He's created this whole cult thing.
Sure.
Because I wanted to put a comment on the YouTube video to sort of try and get them a bit sober as to how much they were charging for these guitars. But I thought I'll only get jumped on because they've got their protectors, haven't they? And
well, they've got the protectors, but they've also got their haters as well. So it's quite a controversial brand. I mean, we'll talk about it in the news, unless you want to join us for the news. Do you want to join us for the news?
Yeah, why not? If you
let's
mind.
do that.
Let's do the news then.
Yeah, let's do the news, and you can stay with us, and then we'll
All right.
Right, you ready?
Yes. Can you stick me on?
I certainly have.
All right. So first in the news, Gibson updates its exclusive collection with perhaps the tastiest finish to date, which is Deep Purple. Now, I get it, but okay, but that is what I'm talking about.
That is lovely.
That is, I mean, the rest of them, I'm like, hold on, oh god, hold on, it's all going wrong. There we go. That I'm like, yeah. The 335, I don't think that color works on the 335.
No,
but
that is lovely.
That to me is like, I mean, that's, and honestly, Les Paul with P90s all day long for me. And how much is it? So they are it's 1,800 quid.
Dollars.
Sorry, dollar. Yeah, $1,800.
That's not bad for a American guitar.
It's not. But let's not skirt around the fact that this was originally a budget model.
Yeah.
I mean, like you could a few years ago, maybe 5, 6 to 10 years ago, you could pick up a special, brand new. Gibson did them for 800 quid.
Yeah, it's about 800 quid. Yeah.
Yeah, and now they're 1,800.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really like them. That's cool, and I love the single, the wraparound tailpiece. Yeah. I love that. Thought this is quite interesting. Spark. You can now order a custom grill for your Spark, which I think.
Can you order better speakers in them?
Possibly not. But I think that's quite a good idea. If you can, you can fully personalize them for no more than $35. So you could have like a little logo on there, which I think
that's quite cool.
Quite cool, yeah. I think that's quite cool. So well done, Positive Grid, for that. I don't know what's going on with this. So Gibson. Oh no, is it Chibson? Oh, it's Chibson. Okay, it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the Durst burst. Fred Durst in a burst. Which I thought was quite funny. Yeah. I mean, it's anyway.
It's horrendous.
It's horrendous. Yeah. No one wants Fred Durst's face anywhere.
No.
Okay, so here's what Lee was talking about. They look fantastic.
They look absolutely marvelous,
don't they?
But
do you know who makes them? I can tell you who makes them just by looking at them.
Go on.
That is an Eggle. That's an Eggle. That's Eggle built.
In the
Is
UK?
it?
I reckon that's Eggle.
And that's in the UK, is it? They got a UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do have. They
everything
have
about
more than a whiff of Eggle, don't they?
everything about the finish on that is Eggle.
It's the headstock I can't get over.
Okay,
I don't like the headstock.
Yeah, great, nice color. So Chapman Guitars, the guitar brand founded by Rob Chapman, YouTube icon
Rob Chapman,
and Lee Andertons of Andertons. The English Workshop series features 9 new pre-spec ML1 X guitars, all featuring various combinations of high-end components and based on the flagship ML1S style build. In addition, there'll be an optional spec to spec your own build, your choice of wood tone and finishes, headstock orientation and neck shapes. I do actually like the reverse headstock on the.
I like the reverse headstock on theirs. I must admit, it doesn't normally do it for me, but it does with.
Oh, we'll disagree on that one. I hate it.
Okay. So as it says, as it stands, the ML1 X body can be constructed from a choice of African mahogany and walnut pinstripe alongside flame and quilt maple tops, while necks and fretboard option include roasted bird's eye and flame maple. Nice. In addition, there's a wide range of high-end finishes available for gloss or satin, nitro, blah, blah, blah. All of the instruments come equipped with a custom-made Chapman Carney X HSX pickup set. That's interesting. So I wonder who's making them. Which uses Alnico 5 magnets and is described as having a balanced vintage hot output, as you'd expect from Mr. Chapman. Oh, look at that. The blue one.
I love that one. That blue one's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition, standard size hardware, including 22 jumbo frets, stainless steel frets, excellent. Glow in the dark side dots and a Wilkinson vibrato bridge with solid steel locking saddles. That's an interesting looking bridge.
Yeah, that's the ones that was on that. You got that on the Pete Thorne Sir.
It's got the same locking bridge, but it hasn't got that slanted.
Oh, that's a Wilkinson thing, the slanted.
Yeah, this is a Wilkinson on the Sir, but it doesn't slant like that on my one.
They talked about in the release video about how some bits of the bridge were custom made, like the surround that goes around the back of the saddles.
Oh, interesting.
That's not standard either. So
okay. So 22 jumbo stainless steel frets. UK's proud heritage as a source of incredible guitar heroes. Frankly, far outweighs its reputation for making electric guitars. Blah blah blah. That said, Chapman's custom ML1X builds are still not cheap, costing $3,500 in the UK, while international customers will pay $3,000, including delivery, but not local taxes.
That's more than a Sir. Come on, boys.
That is more than a Sir. Well, you can buy a Sir for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that's still cheaper than a Pete Thorne.
Who are they up against though in that?
They're up against Sir. That's what it's. That is the competition. It's that sort of high end super strat.
You got Sir. You've got Vigier. You've got.
Oh, I'm not sure Vigier. I mean, yes, you're right, but I'm not sure Vigier are really.
Is it
Mayonnaise or whatever?
Mayonnaise, but that's a Polish builder, and they're more sort of they do a sort of super strat type, but they're mainly got metal guitars.
They're pretty. I'm sure they play beautifully.
But
as $3,500 is a lot of money. You can get a lot of guitar for that.
Exactly. You could get. Some of the Sir standards that you can get, those HSS configurations. They're about 3,300 at the moment from Peach.
Let's have a look.
I hate to say it, £3,500 is PRS territory. Why are we a PRS is a monster machine. I'd have a PRS any day of the week over one of those.
So yes, you could buy a Classic Pro for $3,099. there is no doubt in my mind what I would choose.
Exactly. And it goes back to this other point that I think you and I, Paul, have discussed in the past. What is going to be the resale value of that Chapman in 2 or 3 years' time?
Yeah, I completely agree.
A Sir will keep its value. We know that. It's tried and tested, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas that Chapman, you won't even get 800 quid for that in 2 or 3 years' time if you wanted to sell it.
I mean, I think they'll hold their. It depends, isn't it? It depends if it's all about getting people to play it. If they can get a big guitar player to play it, say Guthrie Governed, starts playing them, then that it's different. Then then they become. Well, I mean, they're going to do it. I mean, Anderton's has got such a massive reach.
Well, they've just made this 10 at the moment. They're going to fly out the door, aren't they? You just know it.
Yeah.
So and then there's they'll be for sale with your own specification after that, which will no doubt be more than $3,500. I would have thought. If you're you're going to put in your own specification and say, right, well, I want this, that, and the other. They're going to say, right, well, that's going to be $4,000 or $4,500 or whatever, But I just, I think it's what I was saying about they've built up this almost like cult status, haven't they?
Yeah.
And I think they've got enough people that are just going to turn up and buy that. Well, you have to contact them through the Chapman website if you want one of the 10.
Oh, okay. So they're not available on.
Yeah, if you go to Chapman Guitars website.
Okay. So, but I was going to see if there's any available still at Anderton's. Chapman Guitars, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Chapman Guitar website, and they got a tab at the top of the website that says "Made in England." Yeah, made in England. Yeah, there you go. So if you scroll down, you'll see the price at the bottom of the page, and they just say email us if you want to get in the running for one or something.
Okay. I mean, that looks like if you took the headstock off of that looks like the old Guthrie.
Yeah.
Sir, doesn't it?
But I mean, even the new
can I sound cynical for a minute?
Yeah.
I don't think those are photographs.
No, they're photographs, surely.
What do you mean? What could they be if they're not photos?
Renders.
No, they're photos.
I'm not in the graphic design business. You'll have to tell me what that is.
Graphics.
Oh, okay. What, you mean it's been just drawn on a Mac or something?
Effectively, I think they're drawn. I could be really wrong, but so here's the thing: if if there was anyone other than Anderton's behind this financially, I would instantly say they are renders, because who's got dough to put 10 like custom shop price guitars out there?
I mean, I don't know. I think whoever's building the guitars, if it is Eggle that's building the guitars, which I'm pretty sure.
Didn't I see though a little while ago that Mr. Chapman was waxing lyrical about the fact that he actually had a UK manufacturing centre now?
He did this. He's done this before. He's done something like this before, where I can't remember what happened. He did like a UK custom shop thing, and something went wrong, and I can't remember what happened. And it's, it's pointless us speculating on that. But I mean, I think they're cool. I'm glad he's gone for. I think they look great.
They do look amazing. Really, they look amazing.
Yeah. I don't like that quilt on that, but I don't really like quilted maple anyway. I really like the flame.
I love that the dark dimension.
Dark dimension.
And the emerald green I love as well, because I like green guitars.
Yeah, that light blue one, that winter sky, that's the one.
Winter sky. Yeah, they look great. I bet they play great. It's funny. It is funny. It's like it's when a company. The thing is, the company started off as a Far Eastern built guitar company, and now they're going into high end guitars. It's almost it's the wrong way round, isn't it? Because you almost associate Chapman guitars by being reasonably priced guitars.
Yeah.
And now they, now they're going. I mean, I think you're right. I think they'll fly out the.
Yeah, they'll fly out the door. Yeah.
I don't think whoever's building these. I just don't think they need to have Chapman on the headstock, and that's the thing, because they're not Chapman. He's not building them. It's not as though Sir is in the company. He's in the he's in the workshop, and he started off building those guitars.
Mm-hmm.
He oversees that. Chapman really is a guitar company that sent a design over to China or Indonesia, wherever they're made, and said, can you make?
They're almost drop shipped, aren't they, from someone else?
It's like OEM sort of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you want. So now, now the design is being shipped off to whoever it is, if it's Eggle, whoever it is, and they're building them. It's whoever it is. Just say it is Eggle. It's an Eggle guitar with a Chapman headstock on it.
Mm.
It's a weird thing. I mean, I'm sure they'll do well out of it, and I'm sure we've probably been too controversial, but
I just think that what am I trying to say?
$3.5 grand is a lot of money, unless just a well-known brand.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the resale value would just keep me awake at night. It really would, because it could be the fact that, okay, what I'm trying to say is, I think we're going back to this whole PRS dentist thing. If you've got that sort of money, you buy a guitar to put it on a stand in your lounge or hang it up in your office to show off how much cash you've got.
Yeah.
A working guitar. I don't think many working, gigging, pub, club, touring guitarists are going to be splashing out $3.5 grand on a guitar like that. I really don't. If you were a working touring guitarist, you'd splash out $3.5 grand on a Sir, because the Sir has got the pedigree and it's got the reliability behind it. You know what you're buying.
And
I agree.
In most towns in the country, you'll be able to get spares for a Sir if you need them, or you'll be able to get parts sent to you fairly quickly.
Well, right. all the parts of these guitars are, all the hardware sort of parts and stuff. It's all interchangeable, really. So it's.
I just think that these guitars are going to be bought by Rob Chapman fanboys who've got a lot of cash on the hip, and they're just going to put them on a stand and never play them.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's a real shame. I'm not into guitars for that. I'm into guitars for recording, writing music, playing gigs, going out and having a good time. I'm not into buying instruments for them to look. Yeah, I'm on my hobby horse now, so I'll get off.
Yeah, no. I'm with you, mate. I mean, I take out expensive guitars to gigs. I've got no. For me, it's not about how they look. It's, they should be played. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, let's. And I'm sure we've upset enough people. And you're welcome to stay around, mate, unless you prefer to Vermousk. It's up to you.
No, it's fine. No, I'll stay.
Okay. Here we go. So there's Guitar Center's deals. There's a few things that the Black Friday deals. As we've spent so long doing the Chapman stuff, I'll probably leave it there. But there's some good savings if you want to go to the Guitar World website. They'll tell you all the best
deals.
Deals. Thanks, James. Okay, you'll love this. Look at this. Have you heard about Kurt Cobain's DS1?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
$75,000.
What is wrong with people?
It's funny, isn't it? It's a DS1.
What's wrong with people?
Anyway, so there's that, but that's not it. So his guitar, which is now in this state, $500,000. It's smashed up. It doesn't work. It will never work. Someone's paid £500,000 for that.
No comment.
Right. Moving on. Teenage. Do you know about Teenage Engineering? James, you know about that? Okay. So Teenage. They make the. I've forgotten what it's called. They make some really cool synths really sort of
Right.
expressive, really clever, and they brought out these singing dolls, and I just think they look awesome.
Oh, they're big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're big.
They look
big.
like the sort of thing that do you ever, or if you've got a sister, there's
Yeah.
things that you used to put, they had pins on their heads, and you used to put like thread around them.
Yeah. But so you play with the OB. Is it the OB one? The little. Anyway, it's. I thought that looks really cool.
Okay.
The Tosin Abasi, Kaizen 7-string just come out. I'm still not sure about this.
It's not very pleasing on the eye, is it?
No, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a weird, and here's another one. Tosin Abasi's got his own guitar company. Has partnered with Ernie Ford.
It looks like a Strat that's been in a car crash.
Yeah, well, it looks like a Strat that's just been pulled. It's quite odd, but there's no denying he's Tosin Abasi is an amazing guitar player, and and it's
in white. It doesn't look too bad though. I don't think.
I like that. I think that looks quite cool. It's moving on, isn't it? It's moving the guitar design on and stuff. So I think it's a good thing.
That's what the kids want. Let them have it.
That's what they want. I thought this was good. So these are new patch cables that light up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they look great.
Where do they get their power from?
That's a really good point, actually.
They haven't got a battery in or something stupid like that, or do they just maybe get a tiny bit of juice from wherever you're plugging it into?
I don't know. That's they're only Euro rack. Like patch cables, not a new idea. Look, they're made with a thermoplastic rubber sleeve, which adds durability. Chunky side.
Sorry, did you say they're only Euro rack? Because they're not conventional jack cables, and they're 16th.
Oh,
cable.
they are, aren't they? Oh, I thought they were jack cables. Oh, well, that's that. I thought you were going to have a load in your studio. I think they look great in the studio.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
And that's it.
Wow.
There we go. We spent so long. We spent so long on the chat.
That was my fault. Sorry.
No, mate. No, it's good. It's good. It had to be discussed.
Yeah, you have to wear these things, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Should we, Lee? You're more than welcome to hang around, mate, if you want to. Or
cool. Right. Let's carry on then. Here we go. Boom.
Is that what we got to? Yes, we did get to that. So Mendel says, speaking of Filtertrons, I finally finished my hollow body Gibson CS 336 pickup swap. It now has TV Jones sets. Oh, nice. TV Jones do a drop-in replacement pickup ring for Filtertron size pickups. That's great.
That is good.
I love Filtertrons. JV's Hangout says, IK Multimedia Tonex is out for iOS.
Is it really? Wow.
That's exciting.
That's very cool.
Oh no! Look, Lee. Look at his face. You can tell he's thinking they're doing that.
No, do you know what? On the back of you mentioning it last week, I went and tried it, and I found the install a complete pain in the arse to the point where I almost gave up. And then when I finally fathomed it out and managed it, I just struck a chord and went, well, it's all right.
Yeah, you've got to. Well, and I'd recommend getting the proper version because people have done captures and there's some really great captures out there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm going to do something. I'm waiting for. They're sending me an interface to do the capturing. So I'll do that once I get it. I'll capture the match list and the bag cat and do all that sort of stuff. But there's bits on it I think in I scratch my head about. And there's bits in it I think that's really good. I think if you were thinking of I'm a studio guitar player, or I'm a home guitar player, I'm thinking about buying a Kemper. I'd be like, don't buy the Kemper, get that.
Yeah, you could afford an iPad and that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Mike's in the house. Hi, Mike. He says, have half an ear out for you mixing until the small hours. Killer week.
Oh dear.
Well, glad it's nice to be working. JV's Hangout. Absolutely love my Luke 3, my go-to guitar. Yeah, nice one. Glenn LaForce. Good evening, Paul and James and Lee. I'm gonna chip in. I like your live pedal board setup. You have amazing tone. Thank you very much, Glenn. James, glad to see you are in the new studio. Do you know what? I'll do the update on the pedal board as I'm here because everything's changed.
Of course it has.
Of course it has. Yeah, because I was really using the Axe effects and stuff, and I was just trying to think, is this, the pedals that I've chosen, is that really the best choice of pedals? So anyway, I've done this now. I've got that lot on there. Oh, I can't show that.
You can't show that.
Okay. Damn.
You can't show that.
I didn't even see what it was.
Okay.
So if anybody zooms in, they won't be able to see it. It'll be so blurry.
I was literally about to squint my eyes and have a look, and then you pulled it away.
Oh, man.
Oh, the perils of being an exclusive guy.
Moving swiftly on.
David says, can you guys try to recreate the solo for the studio version of Parallel Universe by the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Would be cool to see someone do it. I've no idea what he's doing. I don't know Parallel Universe by the
Nor do I.
No, I don't either.
Thomas Moore, will the TC Electronics replace a Boss CE2 and BF2? In other words, will it be 3 a duplicate of the 2 I have or better? So what TC Electronics?
Probably the plethora.
Yeah. Let us know, Thomas. What? FCF TC. It's really good. They are really good, and it's got a little bonus thing on it where you've got the little preamp in it. I think, it probably would replace your C2. William says, good evening, Paul and James. Question to James: what is your opinion on electric drum set? Look at his face, William. You don't even need to ask; just look at his face. Not happy about it.
Depends what it's for. It depends what it's for. If you're going out and gigging, it's horrible. I get it. I get why venues are now insisting that on silent stages, etc. As a drummer, it's horrible. I tried doing it for about 4 or 5 months. I gave myself tendonitis, RSI, and it was horrible. No. If someone turns around and says, oh, it's a silent stage, or I'm like, I don't want the gig. That's not what I play for. For practice, very handy, great for teaching on. But don't think playing on electric kit is the same as playing on a real kit. You can do things on electric kit you cannot do on a real kit. You tried doing a press roll on a 16-inch floor tom, whereas you can on the floor tom on electric kit. It's not the same. So they are a different tool, I think. Okay. One does not replace the other.
And for recording, the trick with electronic or any kind of program drums I've found is just keep it simple, and then it sounds really good. Yeah. Get busy and it sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas get busy and if you're good on a real kit, it sounds like a real drummer.
And he said, question to Paul, have you tried a DoD overdrive pedal? A long time ago. Yes, when I first started playing, it was only Boss and Dodd, really.
I had a DoD Hard Rock Distortion, and it was awful.
I can't remember. It was a green one. I can't remember what that was called. Anyway,
there were frontline
pedals as well.
Don't you remember frontline pedals?
Oh yeah,
that's a frontline chorus.
I had a frontline chorus.
James has got a frontline reverb he was trying to plug in. Was it a frontline or ARIA reverb? Something.
ARIA reverb, yeah.
I think it's probably made by the same people. Horrible thing.
Likely.
John says Chieftain is just too loud for gigging. It's a very loud amp. John,
depends on the gigs you do.
But yeah,
not Wembley.
But the Lightning is too loud. It's incredibly loud. All amps are incredibly loud. If you've got a Chieftain, especially if you've got a Chieftain, go and get an attenuator. If you've spent that much money on that amp, which is a lot of money, it's worth spending the extra getting an attenuator, and you'll be laughing.
Or a baffle.
But you still have to get it to the point.
Yeah.
It's those Chieftains are lovely. I tell you what, if you want to get rid of Chieftain, I've got a Bad Cat there that would do you. Maybe we could sort something out. I don't know where you're based, but David Bro, Smokestack Lightning was done by the Yardbirds too. Pretty obscure English band.
Yeah, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah. What will become of them, eh?
Lightwing Studios. Hi, Rat. Sorry I'm late again. Was up at 1 a.m. watching the SLS rocket takeoff. Awesome. Just down the road from me. Nice one. Exciting. He says, I have a Sunburst Epi Les Paul ES and it's a killer guitar after I set it up. The ES is the semi, it's got the F holes in it, isn't it? Really nice.
I think so.
Cool Rainy says, hi guys, nice to see you live. And to you, Cool. Thomas says, hi Paul and James. My second Katana artist has just arrived. I blame you two. What do you suggest? Running stereo or through a radial Big Shot ABY to get more presets and channels? Stereo. Do you need any more than 8 sounds? I doubt it. I know I don't. I think I need 4 sounds when I do a gig.
4, yeah.
The stereo effect on that is so good.
Yes.
Sorry, go on, James. Run it stereo, amazing. There we go. Read the next time. The speaker makes a much bigger difference than the valve.
Totally agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Lightwing. Gary says, sorry for the confusion, guys. I tried to paste in a URL and I guess rejected. Last week, I bought a Charvel SoCal Style 2. Nice. And that's my avatar. Ah, love it. And sound plays amazing. Good price. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? Nice. Cool says, I have a Brunetti that was handling 6L6s or EL34s. Quite different results. So that's interesting. Lightwing.
Live long.
Cool says, is a vacuum cleaner by Blue Guitar?
I think that was in James's studio.
Yeah.
That's actually our Hoover. We've called Dirt Reynolds.
Very good.
Nice.
Ours is called Henry.
Oh, hello.
Where was that from?
Oh, it's my son. He's on the Xbox next door in his room. Sorry. I'll tell him to shut up.
That's what I mean. Cool says, impressive studio setup.
It will be when it's set up, but thank you.
Great. Very nice, David Brose. JV said, nice. It's nice, Bubba. There's my brother. He's in Africa. Are you still in Africa at the moment? He's over in Africa on his honeymoon.
Oh, nice.
And
yet he's watching us.
What are you doing, man?
Going well then, Paul's brother.
Has he got other things to be getting on with?
God, it's all romance there, isn't it? Maybe that's why. Maybe they need this.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
It's all gone wrong.
Maybe it's a long pink, a big pink semi is what they need.
Pink semi, yeah. David Post, did you show the bar? Did you show the bar?
No bar.
No bar. Bogeyman, congrats, James. Studio looks great. Lightwing says Apple.
It is an Apple. This is an Apple. The main machine's a PC.
John Waller, I have a dual drive, great sounding pedal with some unique features. There we go. We go. Terry. Hi from California, Terry. Hi, Terry. And my brother says, hey, Bubba, give us a shout.
We just did.
It
Twice.
takes time. Do you mean a shout out or do you want me to call it? Oh, Neil. Thank you, Neil. Very nice of you. Just in case. He says, dear lads, what's the most useful effect in Canada? Ottawa. No.
Oh, very good.
The dad jokes are coming out.
Yeah, we like that.
John says, better keep the Chapman.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the resale value on it will be. Yeah.
Z Peps, thanks, mate. Thank you. He said, hello, Studio Rat friends. I would like to know what is the meaning of pre-CBS strats and what's it all about? Cheers from Portugal. Okay, so pre-CBS strat, basically Leo Fender started Fender in, I don't know, 1950, something like that.
Yeah.
And then sold the company to CBS. So everything that was created before CBS bought Fender is considered to be pre-CBS. I can't remember what the date was.
Nor can I.
Right.
So if you've got a pre-CBS, it's considered to be more
desirable.
Yes, desirable.
Expensive.
Yeah, because it's considered to be, more hand built. I guess when it's not the case at all. But yes, we'd all love it. I'd love a pre-CBS strap. Victor, hi Victor. He says both you and Thomas Blue are live at the same time. Hi guys. Yeah, we didn't plan that very well, did we? I think Thomas. I think Thomas gets more than us. Ryan Stoppler says, "Is it normal for an electric guitar to have fret buzz unplugged?" Yeah.
It's a fine balance, isn't it? It's a really fine balance, getting the action just right.
Yeah, I think so. And let me get this. Let me get this guitar. So this morning I took. What did I do? Did I take it down to the house? I took it down to the house this morning. This has got a solid maple fingerboard neck, and it was buzzing all over the place. Oh no! It's when I took it up to guitar. Came back, and the E string was going zzz, 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 like really buzzing, and Strats do buzz.
Yeah,
and I don't mind a little bit of buzz.
This probably does as well.
Yeah. And I don't mind that. I actually quite like a little bit of, as long as it's not too much. I don't think it's too bad at all. But yes.
You won't hear it through an amp anyway, or not. Not once you put distortion on it.
Cheers, Smith 981. Thank you very much. He said, once you recommended running the Gitana head through a creamback, which creamback do you prefer for this?
You've got the Neo, haven't you? The Neodymium one.
I really like the Neo one.
Yeah. I've got normal creambacks in mine, and they sound great.
Oh, 65 or 75 though.
True. It all makes a difference.
Yeah.
I've no idea. I'd have to be honest, that thing hasn't been out of storage in over a year, so I couldn't say for certain. But it's such a brilliant amp for, for rock schools and stuff. It's a really usable amp for that, and it'd be great for in here if I need more than one set of speakers ever, because I haven't got many.
Greenbacks are just warmer than vintage 30s or greenbacks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
and they'll clean up better than greenbacks. Greenbacks don't generally clean up very well.
Yeah, I really like the neodymium ones. I mean, if I had to choose between the Neo ones and the non-Neo ones, I would probably go non-Neo. And I still think most guitar players have a thing about those neodymium speakers. They think they're not as good, but they are. They are really good.
Yeah,
of course they are.
I read this next name and panicked briefly.
I
went, what?
It's his dad, isn't it? It's his dad.
Bob and Rob. He says, evening, ladies. Melted cheese on toast and beans, yes or no? And if yes, what type of cheese? Without a doubt, yes.
Oh, yes.
Without a doubt.
I think it has to be a mature cheddar with beans. It's got to have some bite to it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't eat. I can't eat toast because I'm allergic to yeast. But yes, if I could, when I did
unleavened bread.
Okay, so what sort of cheese, James?
Oh, a mature cheddar. It's got to be.
Yeah, I'm with you with that.
Something with a bit of zap, because as soon as you start melting it, if you put any mozzarella or something like that, it's got no taste at all.
It goes on stringy as well, mozzarella.
And
I quite like the stringiness, but that's why it's got to be something cheddary and have some real zap to it.
And I think the only rule is just to stay away from anything that's an American cheese.
Yeah,
because it's not cheese; it's rubber.
It's not cheese, is it? It's not even. What is it? What do they make that out of? That stuff, horrible stuff in it.
What's that bit in the Blues Brothers? Got the cheese whiz, boy. I remember having cheese whiz in the States and going revolting stuff.
Yeah, cheers, Bob. Nedamida says, "What? No Harley Benton? Yeah, no, there hasn't been."
So I can rephrase that. No Harley Benton moment of the week.
They've just released some new fusions though, and I got my eye on one. While you're talking, I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, it's really, really nice. They haven't got it in stock at the moment, but carry on and I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, we're on, sorry, wrong one. They've just jumped about a bit. Hang on a second. There, boom.
John Wallace says, I do love me some Kurt Cobain, but limited my DS1 purchase to the DS1W. Do you know? I think I prefer that pedal to that guitar that's all smashed up. What are you going to do with that? Does that have MIDI, Paul? What we're talking about here?
You're bored, probably.
Yes,
What
it does.
board? We didn't see a board.
That's
No
right.
board. No board.
There was no board here.
It does have MIDI. It does have MIDI, and that's what's going to be controlling my Axe-Fx.
Cool.
Rick says, Mr. Drew, good first telly for a Strat guy, not bank breaking.
Affinity Squire.
Yeah,
Classic vibes.
yes, I think it depends what bank breaking means, doesn't it? I mean, I would.
Those
Standard-
classic vibes strats were great. Tellies were great.
Well,
What they call classic vibes or vintage vibes?
Or just the player, if that's in your price range. I've got a player telly.
Have you?
Great guitar. Yeah.
Did we not do the guitar shop was telly shopping, wasn't it?
Yes, we did.
Check out the guitar. The day I think it's called the Studio Rats Go Guitar Shop Telly Shopping or something like that. And we checked out a whole range of tellies from the Squires and the classic vibes all the way through to those really lovely vintagey ones. I can't remember the name of.
LSL.
LSL. Oh, really nice.
Here you go.
Yeah.
What do you think of this Harley Benson? I really like that.
Oh, that looks great. That looks like a Charvel, doesn't it? Like a Charvel SoCal thing. Yeah.
That is nice.
Nice.
The humbucker's in the wrong place.
Is it?
I
Well,
want a humbucker in the neck. I don't want a humbucker in the tail.
I think that looks completely weird. A Strat with
I
that.
know it looks weird, but I still want one.
Okay, what would I go for? If you're going to say like under £1,000, well, do you know what? Do you know what I'd have a look for? If your budget is around that sort of price, have a look at one of those Reverend Greg Cox. I think they're really good.
Yeah, great. That's a great guitar.
And secondhand, you can pick one. You can pick one up for definitely under £1,000. If you're under 500 quid, probably one of the what was the Squires that you said?
The Affinity.
The Affinity, yeah, they're good.
Cool.
G12 M65 are great. Got me deaf.
Pardon?
Can we go and
Yeah.
speak?
It wasn't guitar amps that got me deaf. It was standing next to bloody drummers.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ryan Stockley says, thanks, guys. Anytime, Ryan.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. We're moving about again.
Greenback H or M, or do you know what? I wouldn't even know the difference.
No.
I think-
H, just for the sake of choosing.
Yeah.
David says it's sad that the Germans bombed England and you lost all your recipes.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
What's that?
Is this a beans on toast conversation? Is it?
Yeah.
Telling us we're crap with food.
Well, what's humorous about that is, and the Germans are particularly well known for their cuisine.
Ned Amido said, Paul, can you eat sourdough bread? I make those myself. I got my technique down. I can eat sourdough bread. There's funny enough, it's quite and I know it's not traditional to put yeast in sourdough bread, but it's really common. Like, it's really hard to find a sourdough bread without yeast in it.
Nightmare.
John Partridge, what attenuators do you recommend for live or home use?
2 notes.
2 notes, yeah, 2 notes stuff. The
UA Ox.
UA Ox, and the Boss tube amp expander, which I think is the most useful one.
I think we probably mentioned those in price order as well. Hold on.
Yeah, probably.
Ned says, James, great to hear the HB jingle.
You're welcome, Ned.
Lightwing, whoops. Not backbreaking is 500 quid or less.
Affinity Squire then, or a used player.
Yeah.
The player Vintera was one you tested, sounded great. There we go. Thanks, Bogey.
Mm-hmm.
James, get an HSH. I've just built one.
I want an SSH because they look cool.
Oh yeah. Rini, you're gonna have to send us down some of your if you're building guitars, send one over so we can try one out.
Definitely.
John says, I'm thinking of getting the H90, but already have a plethora of 3. Do you think that would be a measurable difference between the two? Yes.
Yes. And Bully's special prize goes to
M65
65 or 75. Yeah, okay.
I prefer the M. There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to go M. Smaller speakers, smaller magnets, easier speaker to move. Yeah.
There we go.
Easier to carry.
Ned says, I make sourdough bread without yeast, like Grandma used to. I'm always better at baking them than I am at playing guitar. I like
I'm
it.
sure that's not true. I'm sure that's not
Yes. It's a shame you're in Sweden. You can't send some over.
There we go. We got to the end. The first video done from Minu Digs.
Nice.
Hopefully, over the coming weeks, you'll start to see some changes and differences and stuff as things happen, and it won't sound quite like I'm in a big empty room, because right now I'm in a big empty room. Most people have said, "Why so lively in a big empty room? Surely studios are supposed to be dead and stuff." And I'm like, No. I want a bit of life. I'm playing drums in here. I want it to sound real and have some.
Yeah, but once you start moving stuff in there tomorrow, it sounds completely different.
Yes, absolutely. It was and say it was designed with acoustic treatment in mind and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
it'll all start to change. Thanks to Lee for joining us.
Cheers, Lee.
No worries. Glad to be here.
And we will see you all hopefully next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, 8 o'clock on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, depending on which you fancy joining us on. But for now, have a great week, everyone. Stay safe, stay dry if you're in the UK, because it's going to get wet. And we'll see you very soon. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you later.